everyone, it's Di here from Di's Den. Welcome to another week, and this week I'm going to show you how I made this card. Now this card is called a fracture card. Now I've got instructions here somewhere. What have I done with them? There we go. A fracture card. This one I did as a regular size card, which is the 5 7/8 by 4 1/4, but I'm going to do this one as a 7 by 5 card. So I'm going to show you how I made this, making it as a 7 by 5 instead of what I call a regular size card, which fits into a regular size envelope. If you're doing it with regular, all you need to do is just downsize everything. I did this one for the colour creation because this colour is called, I don't remember. That's really good, isn't it? I don't remember. No, sorry, can't tell you. It's one of the new ink colours, but I'm not sure what it's called now. It's very, very new and I'm still learning them. So anyway, this is what we're going to make, except that I'm not going to put this little bit here. I'm going to do it down this way, and so my words will be over the other side. Now I'm using all retired product except for the colour of the card. Some of it is, some of it isn't, but I'm using this set here called Floral Essence. I've already cut out my flowers, which I've got them cut out here, and I used a mint macaron, which is actually retired, along with some bit of vellum that is in multicolours here, which I don't know where I got that from, but I just used that because I felt like I needed to do it a little bit different. So I've done that. I've also cut out these leaves here, like so. So they're all done. As I say, these products are all retired. But I know that, like me, if you're, a hobby demonstrator or a customer, you would still have these sets. And you can do it with anything. I mean, I did this one with the pansy patch one. I love that, so that turned out really nicely. As I said, excuse the mark up there, I did that after I'd finished it. I had dirt on my hands, really cross with myself over that one. But yeah, so I will mark what this colour is in the comments below so that you know what colour that this blue is. So anyway, for now, that's what we're going to be using. I'm using these clear faceted gems, which is very old as well. I don't know if it has a date on these. No, it doesn't have a date on these, so, but they're pretty old. And I'm using layering squares, which are also retired. Okay, so let me show you what you need for the actual card itself, and I've already done some of the cutting out. Okay, so you need a card base which measures 10 inches by 7 inches. For the front of the card, you'll need a layer that measures 6 3/4 by 4 3/4, and another layer that measures 6 1/2 by 4 1/2. Now, I cut this out here with a 2 1/2 inch square die out of this set, which, if you've got this set, the 2 1/2 inch die one is the third one down. So 1, 2, 3 is a 2 1/2, and then I did it with the 2 inch one, which is 4 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 5. Oh, 4 5 there. That cut out my square. So what I did is I actually cut my square out of here on the diagonal, and then out of this piece I cut my smaller square so that I don't need this piece. But I did that, say, cutting another piece of card just to cut that bit out afterwards. It's pointless, but there you go. So anyway, so that's my front of my card. For my insert, you need a piece that measures 6 3/4 by 4 3/4, and a white piece that measures 6 1/2 by 4 1/2. And then you need 4 pieces of strips that measure 1/4 inch with about 7 inches in length. You won't need that long, but it's better to have a little bit too much than not enough. So that's all we need for this card. So let's pop those bits up out of the way, and we'll start by scoring our main card, which you're going to score on the long side. On the 10-inch side, we're going to score this at 5 inches using the small one. Oops, the small one. And that's all the scoring there is for this card. This is a very quick and easy card too, and I really like it. It's very effective, and it looks like you've put a lot more cutting into it than you have. Okay, so that's our main card. So what we're going to do with this piece here is we're going to, out of the top one, we've cut out our 2.5 inch square on the diagonal. Now you could use an octagon shape or rectangle, whatever you want. Just make sure how many sides you've got. This is how many pieces of this strips you're going to need. So we're going to now glue this together, these two pieces together, after you've cut this piece out. Oops, get the pin out of there. Making sure you go right around that square, or the opening, let's put it that way, that you want. Now, if you wanted to stamp this beforehand, you can. I'm going to take my chances that I can stamp it afterwards. Says me with my teeth gritching here, because I'm going to pop this one here, so let's pop that there, and I can see that I've got this space here, so I'm going to stamp my greeting down the bottom here in shaded spruce, which says, wishing you a blissful future. I'm going to just stamp this onto a bit of scrap, make sure it's, yep, stamping nicely, and I'm going to stamp that just down here. Oh yes, look at that, that came out beautiful. So we'll close that up for now. Whoops. And we're going to start with our strips, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to place glue on our strip all the way down. And I'm going to pop the next strip, get in there, across here. Oh, come on, stick to my fingers, why don't you? Just inside that line there, right up, butted up against there, but I'm going to pop this one along this one here. Once I've got that one down, I'm going to make sure it's down nice and tight. Then I will then pop this one in here with another one that is going to go just here. So then I will pop some glue down this one. If you don't need to go all the way down, you don't have to. We're going to pop that one in there, up against that line, that cut, right, buttered right up against there, like so, and bring that one in like that. Once we've done that one, we're going to pop this one up there a bit, so we can pop this one in here, so that one goes there. That way none of them actually overlap. That's the reason I've done that, is so that none of them overlap. Pop some glue on this one here. Oops, pop that one back in there so that it doesn't overlap. And that one will go in there like that. And we'll glue the last one into place just along that section there. Now, how effective does that look? And yet it looks like you've cut them all out all these different shapes. So once you've done that, we're going to make sure they're all down nice and tightly. And we can turn this over and trim them all off. Bringing them nice and close to the edge of the card. Oops, just a teensy bit there. Oh, that was a bit rough, wasn't it? And put those bits in the bin. And they look absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Now that looks so effective. You actually think you've spent the time cutting each one of these out of this piece of card. And we're going to pop this onto the front of the card now, like so. Move that to the inside. Now I'm going to stamp my insert first. Is that a mark on my paper? It is. Turn it over. Oh gosh. Don't know where some of these marks come from. What did I do with the glue? The ink. Glue. Ink. So for my insert, I've got wishing friendly thoughts and best wishes today and every day. So that is just what's on the inside. Nothing else. It's a very plain inside of my card. Mainly because, giving that a few seconds to dry, I just wanted a plain card that just says it all without too much fuss and bother. Sometimes that's all you need. And I did stamp that on a bit of an angle. Never mind. I'm sure that by doing that, people realise that you've spent the time to make it. It's not production line. But if you are a bit OCD, which I'm not, I am with some things, but not with this, because I think to myself, I spend the time making them, and the people that receive them to me always know that I've spent the time to do these. Okay, so now I'm going to just put some dimensionals on the back of this piece. Oh my goodness, I got one of those ones where it doesn't want to, paper on the back is stuck to it as well. Oh, come on. There you go. Some of these, I've found that some of them, when they've cut them, it's cut a little bit deeper, and it has done that. But that's life. It's not like the end of the world. They're easy to get off. Okay, so now I'm going to pop this piece in the middle so that it's up against this edge here, this edge, all the way around. So if I lay it down on that one edge and then pop it on, it's now sitting up and it's raised that piece. So we've got our flowers and some leaves. I'm just going to pop on the front like so. So let's pop a little bit of glue on the back of my flowers. Let's give me a leaf to go underneath it. I've cut out more leaves than I need, mainly because I didn't know how many I needed. Okay, oh, that's going to go underneath that one. So, oh, come on, sit. There we go. Let's see which one of these is stamped the best. This one. So I'll pop this leaf in here, like so. Pop my lid, pin in my glue, if I can get it in there. And I'm just going to put a couple of these on here. Now these are quite big, so, oops. I'm just going to put one, just there. So you can see how lovely that looks. And I'll have this lovely little ribbon that I'm going to just pop there with some glue dots. So let's pop some glue dots on the back of this ribbon. If it's going to glue, there we go, get on there. Oh gosh, how did that one get up there? There we go. I'm going to pop him just there like so. Trim them off a little bit more. There we go. And that's our card for today. Now this is called a fracture card. If you'd like the written tutorial for this card, please head over to Diane's Den for stamping, crafting and tutorials. You'll find the link down below here. This was my regular size card. This is my card that I've made using the 7x5. I think it looks lovely in both. You could do this with designer series paper and still use the things or whatever your border has been. It would still look really lovely. It looks like you've cut it out, and I think that that's a lovely idea. So if you've enjoyed today's project, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. I do answer all the comments. It might be just a thank you, but I do answer them all. And if you'd like to get the written tutorial, follow the link down below to Diane's Den for stamping, crafting tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can don't miss any of my videos. And I will see you again next time. Bye for now.